All right, so I'll continue on. I got interrupted by a Chinese woman, which is so funny on the speaker. It was a Chinese woman giving her, I don't know, it's crazy. But now it's pretty much on a daily basis. Like whenever I see well, okay, I'll tell you something funny happened. So in the summer, once it was a Chinese male, a man in his forties or early 50s, and he's walking by me. And I don't know, I didn't do anything, but he seemed upset, and there was nobody behind him. Like there was no Chinese. He turned back right as I like again parallel, like just like a road I'm walking. He's walking on my left side, and he looks back and he goes, "Tao!" And I started laughing because it sounded funny. But he did that right as I went by him. But other than that, I never really, um, it's almost, I don't think they really want any of this, to be honest. I don't think any Chinese men, I don't think that's really them. I mean, that's not their social nature internationally. Typically, they're not aggressive at all. And they're always, whether they're acting or it's really them, they typically like to be humble in public or socially. They typically take a humble road. But that was that only one time. It didn't repeat. But every day I get attitude from a Chinese woman. It seems like I can't go. Like I'll be lucky if I'll go 3 days without getting some kind of bullshit attitude from a Chinese woman. You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, you gave me less change. No, it's right there on the receipt. I'm like, dude, it's right there on the receipt. You gave me less change. No, no, no. I gotta like hassle the bitch to give me my fucking change back. Like all my change back. It's crazy. You know what I mean? I'm just like, and that also happened today. That's how it started. So I purchased something. I'm supposed to get a certain amount of change back. I'm like, dude, you didn't give me the right change. No, 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 it is. You didn't give me the right. And then she starts talking to other customers. I'm like, dude, you didn't give me the right change. I'm sure the receipt's right there. I'm like, dude, read the receipt. We don't do pennies anymore. I'm like, dude, miss, read the receipt. You didn't give me the right change. And finally, after saying it like 7 or 8 times, she gives me my change, and that's where it starts. I'm walking, and again, this young Chinese girl is walking by me. She does the same thing. She's coming parallel, and she just goes cuts like in front of everybody, like diagonally, just as she gets close enough to me. I'm like, I didn't really think much of it. I actually thought it was kind of funny, to be honest. And then I come into here, and then there's some Chinese lady walking by. I don't know what she does, but she works, and she's giving me this look. Yeah, I mean, like this kind of smug with a smile and stuff, and I'm and I've had worse experiences of that than that with Chinese women over like the last 6 months, 7 6 7 months. It's crazy. I'm like over the last 6 months, I say, but I'm like, dude, like what is your problem? You know what I mean? Now look, I would love to do a money clip right here, but I'm upset about this. I really am. I'm like, what is your problem with me? You know what I mean? First of yeah, that's pretty much what is your problem with me? Because I have nothing to do with you. I have no experience. You know what I mean? I have nothing to do with you publicly, especially because everything, it's like I have nothing to do with you, man. Why do you keep doing this? Why are you trying to agitate me? Why are you trying to get under my skin? Why are you trying to get me to react? Yeah, I mean, like, what is your problem exactly? Yeah, I mean that I don't understand. Yeah, man. I mean, do you have? Is it a wider issue? Because it can't be just me. Yeah, I mean, I always get thrown in as the icon. I'm the icon that represents some kind of people or some certain people all the time. It's always changing, but I'm always representing some. Even people I don't want to represent or I don't like. I somehow wind up representing iconically or symbolically people that I don't even like or want to represent or have anything to do with. So I don't understand what's going on really. Yeah, man. I don't know. It's like it just starts creating racially racially sparked hate. You know what I mean? I mean, what else are you gonna feel? You're gonna start feeling hate after a little while. You know what I mean? I don't even I don't even want to talk. Like, dude, one time there was like last summer actually, before that happened in that mall, but like, before I had any issues. Okay, I'll tell you, there was a story. Now, I never, in my mind, I never had any issues with any Chinese female in my life. So I couldn't understand what was going on. So one day, so I'll tell you the story. This was last summer, maybe August, August or September. I go to a bakery, right? And I'm buying something. So this girl comes and she just stands in front of the line or something. Now I think they came before me. I'm not sure. I feel like they may have, or they may have just cut. There was nobody behind me, so maybe they saw me coming over there, and I looked back, and maybe they wanted to be first in line or something. So I'll be honest. I go. So they're both standing beside each other at the cash register. And I go and I stand behind the guy, and I'm not even joking. The guy goes, like, he just starts like moving around and getting scared. And I'm like, thinking to myself, what's wrong with this guy? He starts getting scared, okay? And he's like, look like this, like looking at me, and he moves away. So I'm like, okay, I don't know what's wrong with him. So I just shift my position, and I go stand behind her. And then as she's turning to leave and I'm coming in, I say sorry, and she says hi. Before that, yeah, oh no, I have, but I know, no, before that, I haven't primarily ever had like repetitive public issues with Chinese females. You know what I mean? Like, it's really like, it's crazy. Every single day they try to get under my skin or disrespect me. Like today, the lady wouldn't give me my change. I'm like, dude, look at the change in my hand and look at the receipt. And what the receipt says, this is the total, this is the change. Why don't you give me my change? I had to say it to her 7 or 8 goddamn times. This was like a 40-something-year-old woman. She wouldn't give me my goddamn change, man. I'm like, what the hell is going on, man? You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay. So I'll tell you, I had a very bad problem with somebody that worked here. She was Chinese. She never came here. She came here once, and I didn't say anything to her, and she started fucking around with me. You know what I said to her? I said, I didn't say anything to you. Well, why are you acting like this? You know what she says to me? She goes, are you raising your voicey? I'm like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? I didn't say, well, I'm like, sorry, what does that mean? And she goes, are you raising your voice at me? You know what I said to her? And it was just a natural reaction. I said, this is a man's voice. And she goes, oh, and she goes, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong? Dude, I didn't even fucking say anything to you, man. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm like, I don't know what was wrong with that guy. I just went and stood behind. And before that, I swear to God, before that, I can never recall having like public issues day after day all the time with Chinese females.